Hello, beautiful Sagittarius. How are you? I hope you are doing fantastic. This is your July 2024 tarot reading. I am Elena Valdez. I hope you've been doing fantastic and that you are enjoying this halfway through the year already. Can you believe that? How are we already in July? It's just shocking. All right, beautiful Sagittarius. We are going to go through the potential challenge in July for you, the opportunity for joy. We'll also pull some advice cards, and we're going to wrap up the reading with a yes or no answer to a question that you need a yes or no answer to. So start thinking about that question, or write it down, set it to the side, and we'll come back to that at the end of the reading. All right, beautiful. Let's get started with your potential challenge here in July. Yes, I say potential on purpose because these energies are so fluid, right? It's tarot. Don't give your power away to tarot, beautiful. Never, ever, ever. So you have the power to change or switch this energy around always. All right. Gorgeous Sagittarius, we have the Six of Voices, which is also the Six of Swords, the Ace of Emotions, which is the Ace of Cups in the traditional deck, and the Nine of Inspiration, which is the Nine of Wands. Wow. Okay, so I believe we had a similar energy for you on the mid-month that I just did for June. But this is stunning. Here, let me show you this imagery again. I'm trying to figure out how to better show these cards with this camera. But this is a stunning imagery. What I love about this particular Six of Swords from this deck is that it resembles the spirit of the Fool. And yes, the Six of Voices speaks about moving forward towards something different and advancing towards something different. Sometimes in order to do that, it means we have to leave something behind. However, in this context, I am not feeling that you need to leave something or someone behind here in July. No. What I am gathering here is that you're aggregating skill set. You're aggregating something inspirational to your toolkit, whatever it is you do in the world. Already, I'm telling you, this is not feeling, not yet. It may potentially open up as a relationship or love reading, but as of right now, this is feeling more like a purpose reading. And a purpose reading doesn't equal career reading, right? Like your purpose or what inspires you in the world, out in the world, may be completely different than what your career is or what you're aspiring to be in your career, right? You might have two different things going on there. And so I want to make that clear. As of right now, this is feeling like a purpose-driven read. So just keep that in mind. Now, here with the Six of Voices, the feeling I'm getting from this energy, Sagittarius, is that you are definitely moving into a higher level of knowledge and wisdom in whatever area is your purpose currently. For some of you, that's going to be in the artistic realm. For others of you, it's going to be writing. Others of you, it is quite literally your career that you're already doing. And for a small handful of you, this is going to be a relationship, okay? But the essence of this energy, Sagittarius, it's not about leaving anything behind with this Six of Voices. It's the opposite. It's carrying all the knowledge that you've been learning the past few years here and aggregating them to a new medium. It's like you've come across a new tool that you're going to add towards your craft, towards your purpose, right? Because this is all about your emotional state. This is what inspires you emotionally. And you're adding something new. It's almost like, let's say, for example, if you are an artist, you are now discovering a new paintbrush potentially that's going to make all the difference in how you do your work, or a new environment or a new canvas. If you are a lyricist, maybe a new way of writing lyrics. You get the gist, right? So whatever it is for you, because there are many of you with different things and purposes out in the world, right? So for example, if you're a tarot card reader, maybe you have come across a new spread that inspires you, that allows you to actually access your voice as a reader a bit better and a bit differently and a bit more in alignment with you, simply because you changed the spread, right? That's an example. For those of you where this is a relationship, you are learning new ways of doing your relationship. For those of you who are in an established relationship, this is about discovering something new about your partner that you didn't know before. That now you're like, oh, if I do XYZ, or if I take them to ABC place, it inspires them and it allows us to have a better conversation. Or it's almost, not almost, it is you learning something new that you're adding on to the toolkit that you already carry, that you already have, to the wisdom that you already have, Sagittarius. And you're recognizing it. And with the Nine of Inspiration here, you're holding that tightly. You have discovered it, you find it, and now you're like, I'm going to make this a part of me. It's like you are embodying it, which is amazing, right? It's a beautiful energy here. Let's move into, for some of you, this is, some of you are traveling somewhere new. And if it's not happening in July, you're making plans towards it. And there's a breakthrough that's going to happen here for you through that knowledge. Even just preparing to take the travels is going to expand you and inspire you emotionally. And you're standing firm. I love this imagery. I really hope you can see it. You see how this person here is just standing boldly, taking what's theirs, taking the knowledge, taking what they have learned and really embodying it. It's stunning. I love it. All right, so let's see. What is the opportunity for joy for the month of July? I almost said September. Why did I almost say September? Maybe that's when you're traveling. You're planning for travels now, but for September? Huh. Okay, what is the opportunity for joy for our beautiful Sagittarius here in July? The Tower, the Eight of Materials, and the Priestess. Wow. So the Tower, beautiful Sagittarius, remember, this is your opportunity for joy. So your opportunity is quite literally going to be to break away from things that no longer work for you, for things that keep you stuck. This can include people. For some of you, these are repressing, depressing workplaces, I'm hearing, because it's right next to the Eight of Materials here, which is the Eight of Pentacles in traditional tarot. And there's a sense here, beautiful Sagittarius, that what's going to give you joy here in July is to break from the everyday mundane. For some of you, it is going to be about breaking away from your work. I'm telling you, if you're able to take a vacation here in July, or at least start planning something, it's going to be immensely beneficial for you, Sagittarius. So another thing too is about really honing in your intuition here with the Eight of Materials next to the Priestess. And also, for those of you who are traveling, this is also about looking at places or figuring out to travel to locations that really bring out the more spiritual and intuitively heightened spaces of yourself. Sagittarians are amazing teachers. They really know how to gather information, learn information, and then turn around and teach it. And they don't usually teach it the traditional way. Like, at a classroom or anything like that. They usually just teach in their circle of friends, and something will come up and they'll be like, oh yeah, the other day I watched this podcast, or I listened to this podcast about yada, yada, yada. Or 3 years ago when I went to Taiwan, and they just teach with ease, right? Because that's their natural tendency, is to just teach. And sometimes people don't realize that they are learning quite a bit here from Sagittarians, because sometimes Sagittarians have the reputation of coming across as know-it-alls, right? But it's because you do kind of know it all. So it's sort of like you just have that persona, right? That energy. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because here in the month of July, you're very much being encouraged, beautiful Sagittarius, to break away from the day-to-day, mundane, hustle, work, hustle culture type of thing, and very much focus into getting yourself physically into environments, and emotionally and mentally into environments that allow you to bring out the side of you that is more connected to your source. And I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about the dogma. I'm talking about whatever brings you closer to your own centeredness, right? Your spirituality, whether it is God or the divine or the energy within you, whatever that is, your life force energy, right? But this is very much about getting in touch with your intuition, Sagittarius. And I have a feeling what I'm picking up on here, and I'm going to see with advice if this is correct, but what I'm really gathering here is that you're starting to feel, for those of you who haven't been consistently traveling, and by the way, traveling doesn't necessarily have to happen physically, right? We can do that by means of watching shows that are about traveling. Basically, whatever gets you closer to knowledge of other cultures, other spaces, other places, that kind of thing is what I'm talking about. And yes, for some, it quite literally does mean travel. But what I'm gathering here is that for those of you who haven't been doing that, you're getting the itch. You're getting the itch to go out there again and to learn. For some of you, it's just about learning, gathering an online course that potentially your teachers are from out of the country, foreign, that kind of thing. But you really are being encouraged to get out of your routine and to unstick yourself from the hustle. Because there's something deeper here that you can be, you're going to gain benefit and knowledge by tapping more deeply into your intuition here in July. So that's something to just, and also your ruling planet, Jupiter, here is going to be in Gemini. And Gemini is, so here for the month of July, you're going to have your ruling planet, Sagittarius, Jupiter, is going to be in the sign that likes to learn, that likes information, that likes to seek an adventure. So you're feeling it. You're feeling the itch, Sagittarius. And this tarot reading is confirming, like, yeah, not only, well, let me see what the advice is. Ace of Voices, 10 of Materials, and the world, travel, expansion, knowledge of cultures, knowledge of otherworldlies. You have the Ace of Voices. This is a stunning imagery. You see the owl there, which is all about wisdom, and the vibrant colors, which is about knowledge, various knowledge as well, right? Ace of Voices is the Ace of Air, which is connected to this Gemini energy that Jupiter is going to be going into as well, which is also about communication and travel and learning and teaching. So you are highly being encouraged here to get out of whatever is keeping you stuck right now, because some of you are a little stuck with this hustle, with this Eight of Materials here, this Eight of Pentacles, which is why you have Tower next to it, because you're being encouraged to unstick yourself from the hustle. The hustle has kept you kind of stuck. And so with the advice here being the Ace of Voices, the Ten of Materials, and the World, it's really about tangibly making the otherworldly, the travels, the knowledge about other foreign countries, other adventures or whatever. It's about really making it a concrete reality for you. There's something tangible, some stability that you are going to gain from getting out of your comfort zone. It's like the wandering is actually going to give into or give towards your stability and security at this time, Sagittarius. And here with the World, look at this World card. It's like one of my favorite, most stunning World card, right? This is quite literally about expansion, opening your mind. Jupiter and Gemini, we're going to see a lot in this time frame, people wanting to learn new things, people wanting to study. We're going to see a lot of teachers pop up, a lot of new online courses pop up, or people in our circles all of a sudden wanting to learn and all of that. But I think for you, Sagittarius, it's more than just a trend for you, right? Because a lot of this is going to be a trend, right? Because that's what astrology is. Astrology is patterns and cycles, right? So if a certain planet goes into a certain sign, the collective as a whole generally follows the flow. But for you, this is your ruling planet, Jupiter. This rules you. So you are going to be highly sensitive to this, and not just in the sense of it's a trend I need to follow. I think for most of you that this is resonating with, you have been very responsible and you have been very focused on doing the right thing for either yourself, your family, your career, whatever it is you do out in the world. And you are being given a little bit of a, it's okay. It's okay. Go be adventurous. Go seek that adventure and knowledge. Those of you who are currently consistent about traveling and learning and accessing higher knowledge and accessing expansion through being aware of cultures and other things. For some of you, this is about learning about politics, but not politics like where you live, politics of the world, right? Like how that works and functions is what I'm getting right now. I just heard journalism for someone. I don't know what that's about, but the answer is yes. Some of you are something journalism, world travel. Yes, the answer is yes. Oh God, that interrupted me. Hold on, let's see. What was I saying? Yes. So long story short, Sagittarius. Oh, I know what I was going to say. For some of you who are consistently traveling, there is something inside of you that knows that there's a place that you still haven't gone to, or that you want to learn about, even if you don't physically go there, that for whatever reason you haven't. And this is an indicator of go that route. It's okay. Open up your mind to something new. Okay. All right. With that said, let's pull up. Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to get an oracle card for you, and I'm going to pull it from this deck, Sacred Oracle. And then I'm going to end with a yes or no answer. So start thinking about your question, beautiful Saggy. Okay, what is the most important message that Sagittarius needs from this deck, from this oracle? The most important message that our beautiful Sagittarius needs to know. All right. You can't make this up. You can't make this stuff up. Remember earlier when I said you need to get unstuck? There's something that needs to get unstuck. Your message is unstick the stuck. That's your message. Unstick the stuck, which is what the reading was saying. Okay? Even those of you who have been sort of worldly, there's something there that's not fully discovered. Let me read. I'm just going to read you the brief Brief, brief, brief. How many times do you watch readings and you hear the reader say, you can't make this up, you can't make this up? Because, yeah, even us as readers, we're still like impressed with the source and the messages we get. Anyway, yada, yada, yada. All right, these are the essential meanings of this card, Unstick the Stuck, busting out of sticky energy. The Tower, busting out of sticky energy. Breaking stagnation, seeing the pattern of your rut, integrating a message or lesson, success. I mean, this is pretty clear. I'm really, all right, what is your question? And I will pull a yes or no answer. Think of your question, say it to yourself, say it out loud, whatever it is, Sagittarius, and I will pull up a yes or no answer for you. Feel free to get me a travel ticket as well. I mean, first class would be great. Premium economy, I take as well. If you want a companion, take me with you. My rising is in Sagittarius. So this also applies for me, actually, now that I think about it. All right, yes or no for the question that Sagittarius has. Yes or no for our beautiful Sagittarius spirit. Yes or no for our beautiful Sagittarius. It is a yes. Your answer is a yes. And it comes by way of the Strength card, or Fuerza in Spanish, because my little deck here is in Spanish. And one of the messages that comes with your yes is to have the strength to move forward with it, to allow yourself to be confident, and to have compassion while you're doing this, and to have self-control and know that you have influence. That's your yes. All right, beautiful Sagittarius, I hope that this was helpful for you. If it was, please subscribe, like, comment, share with your friends, and I hope to see you back here again for the mid-months and the cross-watcher readings as well. All right, honey, have a wonderful rest of your July. Bye.